Letters of John Nelson Darby, Volume 1, Letter 218E, of 1031. p. 362, Mr. Cronin, my beloved brother, you must not call yourself old as if you were tired. The Lord was never weary, yet the Ancient of Days, you have to renew your strength as an eagle to bear fruit in old age. I have heard little in detail of England, a little while back, only enough to learn that the Lord has been very gracious. I was able to trust him, though knowing nothing, for I need not say being here does not hinder the brethren in London and elsewhere being on my heart. I was not surprised at the breaking up of Dash, nor am I at their seeking some human resting place now, for it was begun in self-will, and not with God. Often what we have to do is to leave things with God. He will not always use us in everything, but he will always do his own work, and we can or ought to trust him for it. There are many things where I have had to leave all to him, trusting him fully, but feeling my path was to be still and do nothing, some through my own fault, where I had to cast myself specially on him, some through the fault of others, but he will always do what is right. I fear sometimes that dear, sanguine and hearty mind gives too glowing a picture of us here. Still, the Lord has most graciously blessed us and is still blessing us, that is certain, but grace has its conflict with the opposings, and fears of nature as elsewhere. The Episcopal clergy are peculiarly bitter, but it is natural to them as, in certain respects, the worst going. Here they have no pretension to be the religion of the nation, and they have only their superstition and Judaism to lean upon, and those that are saints with a bad conscience. What an awful show-up of the record! It is surely far better to leave such, even if we know all the details of their evil, without entering into conflict with them. It seems to me that the established or episcopal body are very rapidly sinking in character. It is one of the signs of the last days. Here the Wesleyans are hand in glove with the Papists, to gain political influence, and have in every way a bad reputation. Yet we have some dear saints from among them. There is progress, too, among the Indians, among whom dear is working. They have 3 of them been with us in our general meeting, really uncommonly nice people. I purpose in 2 or 3 days visiting them again. Our meeting has been really very much blessed, and the presence of the Lord felt really among us. There were a good deal over 100, perhaps 130, about the half men. I trust dear Dash, too, has got quite clear. He, too, has learned what the church is. He avows he never saw anything about it. We wait for the result as to the outward form, but the blessing is evident, and God is full of grace and faithfulness. Poor Dash, you ought to have profound compassion for him. It is a sad picture of our poor nature, and in this case I do pity him immensely. It is a wonder he does not bow in heart under it all, but what is our nature, what is yours and mine, if grace does not keep us? But we ought to trust him. In general the gatherings are going on in peace. I believe souls are still inquiring and seeking at Hamilton, and individuals in more than one new place getting hold and having got hold of truth. The testimony still tells on conscience. The Lord make his beloved people faithful and devoted, that his testimony may be made good and increase and keep its hold. I think one thing characterized the meeting just closing, more care for the church at large, and this gave a certain power, as it always does. It is not surely as full as it ought to be, still, concern for the Lord's people is dear to his heart. Affectionate love to the brethren and your own house. Ever, dearest Dash, affectionately yours. Toronto, July 14, 1863. 51218E.